You know, I can't say enough about my new Patrol. Tough as nails. Go anywhere. Great price too, and talk about comfortable. Yeah, that core suspension's a real beaut.
The new Nissan Patrol Coil Cab. For comfort and value, it's tough to beat.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 1 of a series I'm going to call Rig Reviews. Joining me here today is Jeremy with his 1994 GQ Nissan Patrol. And today we're just going to run through a bit of the ins and outs and answer some general questions about what he's running and what he's done to the vehicle and why. Alright, so let's get into it. I'll leave some chapters below on some general areas that we're going to be covering, but the general order is going to be the exterior and then the engine bay, the interior, and then some general questions. Alright, so this is not the stock front end of a 1994 Nissan GQ Patrol, so tell us about everything you've changed.
Well, first off, the bull bar is a resprayed TJM bar, picked up off Marketplace, of course. The grille has been resprayed black, and I think I went through about 3 grills trying to get the perfect one with the Nissan logo in the middle of it.
Yep, but it looks mean now, so that's worth it.
And then custom number plates, of course.
Yes.
And the classic modified GQ look with the halos.
Which look amazing.
The steady 7-inch halos.
Steady 7-inch, okay. And these, did you modify to LEDs?
Yes, I put the LED park lights in there just to go with the rings.
Yep.
Which looks mint.
Yes. So, what about the antennas? What do you got going on here?
Well, that's a sand flag.
Yep.
Without the flag on it.
True.
So I can put any flag I want on it. And then there's the GME antenna.
Yep.
Which is just paired to an Oricom UHF system. Spotlights, they're just an Autobahn special.
Autobahn special? Does the job?
Yep, does the job.
Bright enough?
Bright.
Are they 9 or 11?
They are 9.
9? Okay.
9 inch.
Cool. And it's a winch compatible bar, but no winch currently?
There's no winch in there currently.
Yep.
But there's plans for a winch soon.
Plans for a winch soon.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so onto the side of the car now. Why don't you start with the tyres and lift you're running?
Well, the tyres are a 33-inch Maxxis mud train. They're 12.5 wide and fit on 15-inch rims.
Yep.
The rims are a standard Steely.
Yep.
Negative 22 offset, of course. And the lift kit is just a Marketplace OEM Old Man Emu 2-inch lift. It's probably about 1.5 now.
Yep.
It's probably pretty old.
Bit of sagging.
Yeah, but it's nice and soft ride.
Yeah.
Because the springs are pretty toast.
Yeah. And the flares, those look like they've been spray painted black.
Oh yeah, they're the stock GQ flares.
Yep.
With a bit of black spray paint.
Yep, and they've been ripped off there a fair few times.
They've been ripped off quite a few times.
Yep, so probably not going to last. What are you going to go to?
I'm probably going to change it at some point to like a cut snake fender flare.
Yep.
Which should be pretty good.
Yep.
A bit more clearance.
Yeah, a bit more clearance.
Off.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah, especially if I go to a bigger tyre.
Yeah, true. Yep. Okay, we'll move on to the snorkel then. Now this is a beautiful looking snorkel. Tell us about this.
A custom handmade snorkel. I had someone I know make for me. About $600.
Yeah, wow, that's good.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah, very good deal.
Yeah, it goes into the airbox and stuff, which will
we'll show when we go inside the car. I'm sure it sounds amazing, which I'll also roll some clips of which I have plenty of.
Yeah.
All right, so when you've done all this to the car and added a bunch of weight, you've also changed the brakes. So tell us what you've done there.
So I did a bit of an upgrade on them because it wasn't really stopping beforehand.
Yes.
So it's still running the stock calipers that Nissan Gate provided, but I have spray painted them red, of course.
Yes, of course.
That extra stopping power.
Yeah, 10 horsepower each side.
Yeah. It's got heavy duty soft pads from RDA, the like high performance RDA pad.
Yep.
And they're running a RDA disc as well.
Yep, and they've made a massive difference.
Yeah, they're slotted and drilled as well.
Yeah.
So
and the difference has just been
the stopping is
you
so
can
better.
now stop.
It stops now.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we've got the Ocam 4x4 mirrors
Yep.
Definitely recommend them. One of the best things I've done to it.
Yep. So those can extend out as well.
Yeah, in terms
Yep.
of trying to drive
Yeah.
around the city and
Yeah,
stuff.
massive
there's
difference.
No blind spots.
Yeah,
just
stock
about.
ones didn't do the job for you,
No,
especially
that's
once you
not.
put the tray and everything on
Considering
it.
they fell off.
Yeah, that that too. We'll move on to the decals. These look.
So this is a stock Nissan
Oh, okay. So
that came with it, but cab was extended,
yes.
single cab to a space cab, and they did a really good job. And they
Yeah.
extended the sticker,
Okay.
and well, it looks pretty much stock.
Yeah,
With
definitely.
that sticker.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
All right, rock sliders. They look like they've taken a couple hits.
Yeah. Well, they're aluminium side steps.
Oh,
Ones
okay.
that came with the original alloy bull bars.
Yes,
that
yeah.
were on it, but they've just painted them black.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, they're not too bent
Yeah.
for aluminium side step.
Yeah,
They've
the
taken a
aluminium
hell of a
and the
hit.
hits they've taken. I've seen the hits they've taken.
They've taken some
and
solid hits.
Yeah, they're still pretty damn straight. So they're doing the job. Definitely worth it. Where'd you get those from? They came with the car or
Yeah, they were off-road equipment,
off-road equipment? Okay. Yep.
but from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I see you've got an awning up there. Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
It's just an Ironman 3-meter awning.
Yep.
It comes out 3 meters. Nothing special.
Nothing
Does
special.
the job.
Does the job. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's on a what Rhino? Is that Rhino racks?
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
on a Rhino rack that I've cut in half and extended. It
Ah,
used to be
okay.
quite skinny.
Yeah.
Oh, it just used to hold spare tires.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So back to the rear of the car now. I know you've done some fancy stuff under there. So tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so under here we've got the Superior Engineering coil tower brace,
Yep.
because I noticed when I did the tray and I took it off, they had been bent and cracked, so I had to weld that back up, bend it down,
Yeah. Okay.
and then put the brace
So
on.
that's all pretty new. How long ago you do that? That was
2 months ago,
2 months
maybe?
ago. Yeah. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
So that's all been working well. No problems.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that coil brace made a huge difference.
Yeah.
Even feeling it on the road feels a lot
Yeah.
more
Okay. So
rigid.
the actual quality in general is just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's great.
Feels a lot more solid.
Yeah. All right. So tell us about this tray. It looks amazing, and it doesn't look like a 30-year-old tray. So tell us what you've done to it.
It's a stock Nissan tray
So the one that came with the car.
that came with the car. It was obviously the rusted out white.
Yes.
Classic for old cars, but it's had I chopped all the bottom of the tray off, the headboard, fabricated it all up myself. More modern looking headboard.
Yeah.
And did the bottom here. Then I took it to my mate's dad's workshop.
Yep.
Got it sprayed black, made it look 10,000 times better.
Make it looking brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, that looks amazing. So you're running a box spare tire in the back. Tell us why you're running. What's in there?
I've got the box at the moment because it gives me plenty of tray space
Yeah.
to put whatever I want in there.
Yeah.
I'll probably upgrade to a sort of half-length canopy at some point, but it just holds my spare battery,
Yep. Jerry cans and stuff when you go away.
oil, coolant, of course, being
Yeah.
a TD.
Yeah.
Spares, tools, that sort of thing is
Yep.
usually kept in that box,
Yep. And you've just got the one spare.
and the spares just
Yep.
in the middle there.
And then usually when we're going away, you're obviously chucking your swags and whatever you need to bring in the back.
swags, recovery gear, all that sort of stuff will just
Yep.
go in there. Get a little cover to go
Yeah,
over
cover
it.
over that. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously, when you change the tray, you've changed a lot under here as well. So tell us what's going on under
so
here.
I rewired the whole rear underneath the tray. It's got a reverse camera and stuff, of course, just to help out with parking.
Yeah.
So it's quite useful. Got the flares, the guards, and the control hub mud flaps.
Of course.
Of course.
Got to represent.
Yeah.
What exhaust are you running? Because it sounds
it's a
mint.
3-inch straight through Manta exhaust, and it's got a
Yep.
resonator on it.
Yep.
Sounds absolutely amazing.
Yep. Yeah, I think there's no complaints with that exhaust. It
No,
just sounds
It
great.
just sounds nice.
Yeah, as it should.
Yeah.
I see that's a big fuel tank under there.
There's a 150 litre fuel tank.
Yep.
That I get about 900 k's of range out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Yep. Okay, so obviously when you took off the tray, you've changed a lot, especially the back of this car. I love the back of this car. Tell us about what you've done here.
So I've got some. These are off eBay.
Yep.
They were a pretty good deal. They look really nice. Give it a much more modern look. Same with the LED number plate lights.
Yep.
It just all those little bits make it look so much nicer.
Yep. Just add a bit more modern look to the car. So you've
Right.
obviously done this angle
Yeah.
to the tray
I
now.
modified the tray with this.
Yep. So that used to be a little bit of a square look, and you've done that all yourself.
Put some angles into
Yep.
it. I've had to put reflectors on it
Yes.
because obviously the eBay lights aren't very reflective.
Yep.
So
Cool. And you've got just the usual hitch under there.
yeah, the snatch block
Yep.
from Super Cheap Auto or whatever.
Yep, and you also tow a bit with this car as well.
Yeah, I do a bit of towing with it for work.
Yep.
So it's obviously got a tow ball at home as well.
All right, so we'll move into the heart of the beast now, but first I'll just get you to point out that's not a stock bonnet scoop.
No. Yeah, that so that got put on with the turbo.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that soon, but
beforehand.
yep, of course. So you that just off eBay?
No, that's, I don't know what brand it is.
Yep.
When the turbo was done, they put it on.
Oh, they put that on for
Yeah,
you.
they
Oh,
put
okay.
that on.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, it's quite a big scoop,
Yes, it is quite big.
but it adds to the look. So
Yeah, of course. All right, I'll get you to pop the bonnet and we'll have a look inside. All right, so this is not what a TD42 normally looks like.
No,
Tell
it's
us
not.
about everything you've changed here.
So it's got a UFI 16G turbo on it.
Yep, that's running how much boost?
It's pushing 25 pound of boost.
Yep.
Makes 500 newton meters and about 180 kilowatts.
A little bit more than stock.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
And you've changed the intercooler there, obviously.
Yeah,
You put on an intercooler.
The turbo, when I got it fitted, got a Johnny Teague Industries top mount on there. It's pretty much the same thing as a cross country one.
Yep. And that's
Some
kept
people
your
might know.
EGTs nice and low. You've had no
keeps
problems
the
there.
EGTs right down low,
Yep.
especially at speed.
Yeah, and towing.
Yeah, and it's got a thermo fan underneath it,
Yeah,
just to help
okay.
drag the air through it.
Cool.
It's got a radius fabrication airbox
Yep.
with a K&N filter in it,
Yep.
which
And-
makes it sound very nice.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
You get a lot of noise from all that, especially combined with the snorkel.
Yes.
All right, so when you did all this, you also decided to change the fuel pump. So what have you
Yes,
put in
so
there now?
the old one was starting to fall apart, and I thought it was time for a new fuel pump
Yep.
to get a bit more power out of it as well. It's got a built UFI 11mm fuel pump.
Yep, and what was the stock one? It was
It's 10mm.
10 mil? Okay,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, so that's what's going on down there.
Yep,
It's
and
nice
that's allowing you to run all this,
Yeah, it's
very easily.
running a lot of power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, it's also got the UFI viscous fan hub
Yep,
for the cooling of the TD.
yep. Which
It's,
is always important.
Yes, the fan made a huge difference.
Yep.
Because even the fan's got the blades on it that when you go through water, they don't flex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
that's just made a difference in general,
Yeah,
water
makes a
temp and
huge
everything like that.
difference. Sucks
Yep.
so much more air through the radiator.
Cool. All right, so moving inside the car now, you've also modernised this a bit from the usual look. So
Yes,
run us through what you've done.
So about a week ago, I stripped out the whole cab, right
Yep.
back to bare metal, sound deadened the whole thing. Makes it so much more quiet in here. You don't have to yell every time you want to talk to someone in the car.
Yep.
And I gave the dash a bit of a paint job.
Yep.
Makes it look so much nicer rather than the dull grey that it usually has.
Yep.
And it's got a nice black finish to it now.
Yep. So you've just done that all recently, so that's why there's a bit of
Yeah, there's still a bit of work to happen. Still sort of a couple of holes cut in the dash for modifications that are coming.
Yep.
It's a couple of wires hanging out and stuff. But
Yep.
it's all a work in progress at the moment.
All right, so obviously you've made some changes to this dash, so walk us through what you've done so far.
So starting probably up here, we've got the 3 gauges. We've got boost, exhaust temp, oil pressure and water temperature.
Yep.
All pretty important things in a car like this.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
And what brand are those?
They're just the SAS gauges.
Yep, and you've had no problems with those.
Yeah, they work pretty well. They're
Yep.
pretty trouble free.
Do the job.
Yeah. SAS steering wheel.
Yep, and that's a recent addition.
Yes, the old steering was a bit worn out.
Yes, a little bit.
Yes.
And that's definitely an improvement.
Yes, much bigger improvement.
All right, so over here in the center of your dash, you've done a few changes as well. So run us through kind of.
So up here we've got the voltmeter to watch the voltages of the main and the secondary batteries.
Yep.
Lets me keep an eye on stuff just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Say the second battery's
Not charging or something.
disconnected and the fridge could have turned off or something like that.
Yep, always important.
Yeah, very important. The Oricom UHF is in where the cigarette tray used to be.
Yep. Bit of taking a good use of some dead space usually.
Yes. Makes for a bit more of a clean look.
Yep.
And then we've got a touchscreen wireless Apple CarPlay head unit.
Yep, always important.
Yeah, to accompany the rest of the sound system.
Yep.
Which is in here.
You've got is that a button for your fan?
Yeah, that controls the thermofan for the intercooler.
Yep. All right, so you've got this kind of sticking out here, and now I kind of know the look of this, but what is this?
Well, this is the power for the lights,
Yes.
the interior lights.
Just give it a nice look at night.
Yes, very nice look.
All right, so coming down here, this hasn't changed, has it? You've just made it look nice.
Yeah, given it a black spray paint. It's got 2 USB chargers, charge your phone. That's always running.
Yep.
So I can charge my phone overnight and stuff like that. And of course, cup holders, which
Yep.
the GQ doesn't come stock with, which gets very annoying.
Yes, but an important add-on.
Yes, very important.
All right, so you mentioned with the head unit, you've added a new sound system. Run us through what you've got here.
So we've got 4 Sony speakers. They're really nice, really clear sound. 4 of them, 2 in the front and then 2 in the back.
Yep. And they
then
give it a nice sound.
very, very clear sound.
Even with the new sound deadening, I'm sure it's even better now.
It makes a huge difference.
So to accompany the new speakers, you've chucked in a few more bits and pieces. What's that?
So
here?
there's 2 amplifiers back there.
Yep.
Altogether, it's about 1,500 watts
Yep.
of amplified power.
And that's
Run all the speakers and stuff.
yes, and that's paired with what's on the other side.
A nice 10-inch 1,000-watt subwoofer in a
Yep.
custom-made box to fit under this back seat.
Yep, and that gives a nice kick.
Yes, it's a very punchy subwoofer.
Okay, so you've made another important change to the interior of this car.
making it a bit more modern.
Yep.
It's got electric windows,
Yes.
which were off eBay, and they work really well.
Yep. That's just a quick little install you've done yourself, and they just help to modernise the car a bit. So there's one more thing you've added to this car to make it a bit more modern, and that is
make it a bit easier to manage the car.
Yep.
Central locking.
Yep.
Remote central locking
always important.
makes it a lot easier to lock the car
Yep.
and unlock it, of course.
Of course. All right, so we've hopped on the tray of the Patrol to take a seat and get Jeremy to answer some generic questions that I've kind of written up, which I assume people are wondering. So first question I got written up here is, why did you choose a Patrol and why the Ute?
Well, because obviously I got this off my grandpa, and that was what he had,
Yeah.
and so I bought that off him.
Yeah, so I'll put some photos up of what this car used to look like when you acquired it. How long have you had it for now?
I've had it for about a year and a half now.
Year and a half, yep. So Jeremy has done a lot in a year and a half to this car since when it
was
looked.
a full grandpa spec Nissan
Yep.
Patrol.
Yep. But how does your grandpa like it now?
He thinks it's amazing. He loves it to
Yep.
bits.
Yep, I know he loves that turbo especially.
Yes.
He thinks that gives it a bit of a kick.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I've noticed that cab is not a stock single cab. So tell us what's happened there.
No, so the owner before my grandpa, who only had it for a year,
Yep.
didn't really do much with it, apart from add some stuff to it, which included the cab conversion,
Yep.
which was a single cab extended into a space cab with
Yep.
rear seat, and you can fit 3 people back there.
Yep, and you've
with
done it.
seat belts. Yep.
Perfect. And that's also worked well for you because I know when we go camping, you put your fridge there.
Yeah, I put a lot
And-
of stuff in there,
Yeah,
including
so
the
you-
fridge.
Yeah, you put a lot of stuff to just sit there, and it's actually worked out better for you
Yes,
with all your
it works
camping.
very well.
Yep. So what fridge do you usually run back there? I don't think we mentioned that before.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so I thought I'd ask, what's the best modification you've done to this car?
Well, probably the turbo.
Yeah.
That turned it into a whole different beast.
Yeah, I know you've had a lot more fun with the turbo than before the turbo.
Yes, it used
So-
to struggle to sit on 100.
Yeah,
before
but
the
now
turbo.
it's no problem overtaking and going up dunes and everything you've done with it, and it's handled it great.
Yes.
Yep.
And one of my other favourite modifications that has made a huge difference to the off-road performance
Yeah.
is the front auto locker.
Yeah, so I was leading on to my next question of what lockers are you running in the car at the moment? So I know this car has a factory LSD.
It's got a factory LSD in the back. I
Yep.
don't know the condition of it.
Yep.
It could be working, it might not be.
You never know. So to compensate for that, you have put in a front auto locker.
Yes, and
And-
it is definitely one of the best.
I think it speaks for itself. In a lot of the recent videos I've uploaded has been Jeremy, especially the Power Lines one has been Jeremy with the auto locker.
Yes.
And yeah, I
that
think
was the difference between me making up some of the stuff and not.
you can see in the videos, and I'll try and play some examples that I have of his front locker just kicking in, and yeah, it's done wonders for your car. I can see the off-road performance.
Yes, I
for-
can definitely
just-
recommend one.
Yeah.
They're
And
best value
that
for
was-
money.
Yeah, that's an auto locker from, actually they're called auto locker, aren't they?
Yeah, from four-wheel drive systems.
Yeah, that's it. So I had a question from Jackson here saying, when's the 4-inch and 35s coming? So I guess my question is, what are the mods in the near future?
Well, I'm looking to put a 3-inch Superior engineering lift in it.
Yep.
With a 5-link conversion.
Yep.
So that should flex like crazy.
Yeah, give it a bit more flex than it already has.
And very long shocks.
Yes.
Yes, and hopefully also soon I'll be getting the Stealth bull bar for it,
Stealth bull bar?
which
Yep.
will definitely clean up the front end
Yeah,
a lot
make
more.
that front
Very
end a bit more
clean
modern.
looking bull bar.
And 35s
Yes,
on the
35s
horizon.
as well. After the lift, 35s.
after the lifts. Yeah, got to get it together. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think we might do a bit of a not an update, but maybe another walk around of our next trip when you have it on. Well, not our next trip, but whenever you next have it on. And
Yes.
yeah, I'm sure that's going to be something to watch.
Yes.
All right, guys, so that concludes episode 1 of Rig Reviews with Jeremy's 1994 TD42. Thank you for walking us around, Jeremy.
No worries.
This is a series we're planning on continuing with many of the cars in our convoy, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Next up's going to be my own 2012 FJ Cruiser, which hopefully we should film soon. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe and comment any questions you have down below. Jeremy will be running through and answering all of those, so make sure to leave any questions you have down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.